Welcome back to Cooking with Jan. It seems that whenever I decide to do a recipe for banana bread, I wind up being alone. My wife is away this weekend, so I'm solo this evening with you. I think I have the lighting and the sound worked out. We'll see how things go when we go into the kitchen. I decided to reload the banana bread recipe because the former one is just not as good as the one that we'll be doing tonight. I got the recipe from a terrific German YouTube channel called Kalle Kocht. And I've already done a recipe from Kalle Kocht that was Northern German cucumber salad in episode 2. Although also my first episode for banana bread was episode 10, and I will link to both so you can compare how we did the videos back then and how we do them today. Channel's really grown. The really great thing about banana bread is that when you have old bananas like I do, although I have to admit that I just did keep these in the refrigerator and made sure that they were old before I used them, you can use them up. They can either be very overripe like here or just ripe, but of course if they're not ripe you can't use them. Here are the 3 bananas, and obviously the first thing to do is to peel them and to cut them into slices. So we'll do that. These bruises, they will have to be taken away. You just take your knife and then you put your slices into a bowl, like so. I have a masher, which is this tool, but you can use anything that will enable you to mash the bananas. But you mash them, put in my cinnamon. So I take, 4 or 5 sprinkles. This little bit of nutmeg. I have my nutmeg grater. We will butter our banana bread pan. So take a little bit of the butter here that I have, and make sure you butter it well. I have a stand mixer, which I will show you later, but you can also use a hand mixer. 125 grams of butter softened to room temperature. Okay, in goes the sugar, white sugar, 75 grams. 75 grams of brown sugar. A teaspoon of vanilla. That's obligatory. Or use 1 stalk of real vanilla bean. I'm already going to just put in the egg too, just to expedite matters. 1 egg only. Okay, that should be good enough. It goes in there. We combine our dry ingredients. I just put it in here, right? With a fork or a spoon, whatever you have. Just make sure that your bowl is big enough so it doesn't spill over. 83 grams of walnuts. You can go up to 100. I wouldn't go higher than 100 though. And coarsely chop them. I mean, I make sure that they're all chopped. So now we are going to first, before we put in the walnuts, add our flour and our sour cream, crème fraîche, alternating. Just a little bit of flour. Being very careful not to speed up the stand mixer too much, because then you have flour go everywhere. Put in a kind of a spoonful of sour cream, maybe 2, just to expedite matters. Okay, let's put in the last bit of sour cream. Put in our walnuts. You can fold them in as well with a spatula, but I have the luxury of being lazy because of my stand mixer. See, the great thing about this is that I can do this. There we go. Into the buttered pan it goes. I have to make sure that I leave some for my sweetie. She loves this batter, and it is really delicious. To make sure that everything is nice and even, I always just take a towel, just kind of a buffer. I get my batter settle like this. Take that away, and into the oven it goes for 1 hour. Now my oven is fired up at 180 degrees Celsius, 356 degrees Fahrenheit, and we're going to bake this for 1 hour. Actually, maybe about 50 minutes. Sometimes I don't want to get it too brown, but at least 50 minutes. And then we're going to look at it and check it and put a knife in there and see if the knife comes out clean. If it does, then it's done. Looks perfect. Let's put the knife in there. Comes out clean. Now I'm going to let this banana bread sit for at least 10 minutes in the form. Okay, I've taken out our banana bread from the form here, and it looks great. Looks absolutely great. Here, have a look. Yes. And I'm going to have this for breakfast tomorrow. Obviously, you can eat it immediately, but it's not quite as good. It should rest overnight, actually, and then tomorrow morning, when I have it for breakfast, it'll be just absolutely wonderful. Actually, I don't want to wait until tomorrow for breakfast. I'm going to have some now. And if you decide to try the banana bread recipe, please let me know in the comments. Let me know how it works out for you. Thank you for giving me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Thank you for subscribing. And until we next meet, as Jacques Pepin says, happy baking! Okay, I'm going to scrape the bottom. And also here, I always do this. Sometimes I do this. Oh, I stepped on a walnut. Oh, that's going to go in there too. We're very transparent here at Cooking with Jan. This banana bread recipe it's the bomb. It's delicious. That sour cream, that crème fraîche, it just makes it so delicious.